Hey, Jeff Manaski here from WIBX and the Keeler in the Morning Show. I'm with Tom Napoli, the owner of Hall of Fame Sports and Collectibles. Did I say that right? I muttered it when I said it.
Close enough.
It was Hall of Fame Sports and Collectibles. Sports Collectibles. Oh, my goodness.
Take two.
Hey, Jeff Manaski here from WIBX, Keeler in the Morning Show. I'm with Tom from Hall of Fame Sports Collectibles.
There you go.
Okay, I got it right this time. And John Meyer is in our sales office here. And you, of course, see John and I do a lot of sports videos together.
Yep.
And just a quick history, I used to be a sports collector, baseball card sports collector. And I remember, as a kid, we would talk about, like, someday this is going to be worth X, and I'm going to retire on this when I was, like, 10 years old. And do you think I can retire on my 80s and 90s collection?
Unfortunately, most of the stuff from the 80s and 90s has little or no collector value to it at all. I'd say maybe 5 to 10%. There's collector's interest and it held a value. But most of that stuff really from the early 70s, the late 70s to like the early to mid 90s, most of that stuff has not a lot of value or collector's interest, only because there was a lot of overproduction. And like any type of collectible, anything you collect, it's a supply and demand type thing. So it's not that the players weren't great. I mean, Dan Marino was great and Montana was great. It's just that their rookie cards and some of their cards aren't worth what today's cards are worth. There's still interest, and the stuff still sells. It just doesn't sell for the prices that it once sold for.
So the problem of overproduction wasn't just limited to baseball; it was all sports.
It was all sports, yeah. I mean, every single sport right across the board everything was overproduced. All the way down to golf cards, everything was overproduced.
Oh my! I didn't even know they made those.
Yeah, I mean, there's little niches here and there of certain sets that came along in the 80s and 90s, like Star Company basketball, or that some of that stuff actually holds ridiculous value. I mean, thousands of dollars, but
it was a big deal when I got the Griffey rookie card. Was it 89.90?
89 Upper Deck.
Yep.
Well, 89 anything 89, but 89 Upper Deck was the big card back then. Everybody wanted it.
It was the signature card, and I got it. It was a huge deal, and I think when I had it, it was like $85. You said it was up to like $150. I think
today it's around $20, $30. But if you have an 89 Upper Deck Griffey that's ungraded, they sell for $20, $30. If you send it in to get it graded, and then they grade them on a scale of 1 to 10 with half points a lot of times. So if you were to get one that was graded a 10, you would sell that card for around $1,000 to $1,500, the same card. If you get one that's like a 9.5, they sell for like around $300. But it's people don't realize that it's very, very hard to get a 9.5 or a 10, because the way cards were produced back then, they weren't produced where they weren't very centered well, and there was ink spots on them, and they weren't cut good, and a lot of people didn't take very good care of them.
So fast forward to today,
okay.
Some of the values on and it's not even so much like this. This has gone on for the evolution of the hobby, and it's been a while. But cards today have tremendous value, and there's several reasons for that.
Yeah, the cards today have ridiculous value. People are shocked. I mean, there's cards that come right out of you could open up a box of cards, and there's some cards that sell for $10,000, $15,000. But there's many factors that go into it. Number one, the production levels are ridiculously low. The other thing is even the cards themselves now, everything is serial numbered. So, you might say, a good example, like, John was talking about the card. You might pull a Dak Prescott card, okay? It's an autographed rookie card. It's numbered to 25. There's only 25 people in the world can own it. That card will sell for $1,500, $2,000. And people say, well, how come, Marino rookie, Marino was a Hall of Famer, maybe one of the greatest of all time. Why is his card only worth $40? Well, they probably printed 500,000 to 1 million Marino rookies where there's only 25 Dak Prescott.
Right.
One of the other reasons too, like Major League Baseball has stepped in and told Topps, okay, you're not allowed to make 40 different subsets. You're not, they make, Topps will make regular Topps, and they make Bowman's Best, and they make high tech. They make different things. Back in the day, they used to do like 40 different offshoots. Now they let them make around 20, and in those 20, they tell them, look, you have to make a certain number and a certain demographic of price point. 5 of your products have to be geared towards a younger audience, $2 to $3 to $4 a pack. Another 5, maybe $5 to $10. Another 5, and then you get up to some of the high-end stuff,
right?
Where you're looking at, Topps did something this year where they made 65 boxes of cards, and the boxes were $22,000 a box. Yes, I know, I just saw your face. $22,000 for a box of cards. Now that's where you get into the more high-end type stuff. John will tell you, there's products out there where you can buy a single box a single back of cards, not this one, but something similar, and it might be like $1,000, and you get like 7 cards in there. But in those 7 cards, every card is autographed. Every card is guaranteed to be numbered to like 20 or less. So you're going to get a limited number of print runs.
So the hobby is obviously alive and well, and there's a lot of interest in it. Well, how would you gauge an autographed helmet or a baseball or a football versus the cards? Like, what's the demand?
Card collectors and memorabilia collectors are two separate collectors. A true memorabilia collector doesn't want an autographed card, and a true card collector doesn't want their card autographed per se, unless it comes out of a pack and it's numbered and it's a limited thing. The memorabilia collectors, card collectors, they're two separate beings.
Okay.
So, I mean, anybody that collects memorabilia, they want more of like a mini helmet or a signed basketball or a hockey stick or a jersey. A collector, they would like a signed card that comes out of a pack that's numbered. They have no interest in a mini helmet. They're two, like I said, they're two separate beasts altogether.
You mentioned the Dak Prescott autograph.
Mm-hmm.
Did he get it?
He did.
John's buying lunch today. So come see Tom at Hall of Fame Sports Collectibles.
There you go.
Give me the address. I know where it is.
It's 12 Oriskany Boulevard, Yorkville, New York. We're a few doors down from Holland Farms on the same side. And if you need to call us, you can get us at 768-6677.
Thanks, Tom.
Thank you.